Hi students, in this video I'm going to discuss the concept of finite differences. So finite differences play a prominent role in the solution of differential equation and also to establish the interpolating polynomial. Now let me define what is finite differences. Let y is equal to f of x be a function where x is known as arguments and y is called entries. Suppose the function y is equal to f of x is tabulated for equally spaced values of x. The tabular points are suppose the real line, you take the arbitrary number x naught. Now x is equal to x naught, x1 I can define x naught plus h, where h is the difference between x1 and x here. I can take x1 here. So difference of x1 and x0 is h. x2 nothing but x0 plus 2h. So let us define x2 in the real line here. So difference between x2 and x1 is again h. So difference between x2 and x0 is 2h. Or you can write x2 can be defined x1 plus h also. So x3 is equal to x0 plus 3h. The difference between x3 and x2 again it is h. The difference between x3 and x0 is 3h, and so on. Xn is equal to x0 plus nh, and so on. Xn is equal to x0 plus nh, where h is the interval width. Therefore, the values of x, x0, x1, x2, x3, and so on, xn are equally spaced values of x. So these values are called arguments, and the corresponding values of y, let us define the values of y for the corresponding values of x. When x is equal to x0 for the function, we will have y0, or we define f of x0. When x is equal to x1, we can define y1 is equal to f of x1. When x is equal to x2, we will get y2 is equal to f of x2, and so on. When x is equal to xn, y is equal to that yn, nothing but f of xn. Generally, we define the set of pair of values of x and y. So that is xi comma f of xi, where I is equal to 0, 1, 2, and so on n. When I is 0, x naught comma f of x naught. When I is 1, we have x1 comma f of x1. When I is 2, x2 comma f of x2, and so on. When I is n, xn comma f of xn. So these are the tabular points of the function y is equal to f of x, where x0, x1, x2, and so on xn are equally spaced values of x, where h is the difference between two conjugative values of x. Now let us move to the definition of forward differences. Let us consider the tabular points x0, comma y0, x1, comma y1, and so on xn minus 1, comma yn minus 1, and xn, comma yn. So these are the tabular points of the function y is equal to f of x. The difference y1 and y0, y1 minus y0, y2 minus y1, and so on yn minus 1 are the first forward differences. So that can be denoted by delta y0. So y2 minus y1 can be represented by delta y1, and so on. So the difference of yn and yn minus 1 can be represented by delta yn minus 1. Here the symbol delta is the forward difference operator. We can define the first forward difference operator in another fashion. So that is f of x1 minus f of x0. Instead of y1 minus y0, we can write it as f of x1 minus f of x0, nothing but delta of f of x0. Similarly, y2 minus y1 can be written as f of x2 minus f of x1. So that is delta of f of x1, and so on. Yn nothing but f of xn. f of xn minus f of xn minus 1, that can be written as delta of f of xn minus 1. So this is another way of another fashion of representing the first forward differences. Also we can define another fashion. Delta of f of x0 is equal to f of x1, where x1 is equal to x0 plus h, x0 plus h minus f of x0. Similarly, delta of x1, nothing but x0 plus h, can be defined as f of x0 plus 2h, that is x2, minus f of x1. f of x1 is x0 plus h, x0 plus h, and so on. Delta of f of x0 plus n minus 1 into h, that can be defined as f of x0 plus nh minus f of x naught plus n minus 1 into h. Generally, we define the first forward difference of the function f of x, that is delta of f of x is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x, where delta is the symbol, that is the forward difference operator. Similarly, we can define second order forward differences. Delta square y naught is equal to delta y1 minus delta y naught. Delta square y1 can be defined as delta y2 minus delta y1 and so on. Delta square yn minus 1 can be defined as delta yn minus delta yn minus 1. So delta square y naught also can be written as the values of entries. So this is delta y1 we define y2 minus y1 minus of delta y naught is y1 minus y naught. So this can be written as y2 minus 2 y1 minus into minus plus y naught. Similarly, one can write delta square y1 in terms of y naught, y1, y2 and so on. Delta y2 nothing but y3, difference between y3 and y2 minus delta y1 nothing but y2 minus y1. So this can be written as y3 minus y2 minus y2 to y2 plus y1 minus into minus plus y1 and so on. So this can be written as yn plus 1 minus yn minus of delta yn minus 1 is yn minus yn minus 1. So this can be written as yn plus 1 minus 2 yn plus yn minus 1. So these are the second forward differences. Similarly, we can define the third order forward differences, that is delta cube y naught, delta cube y1. Delta cube y naught is nothing but delta square y1 minus delta square y naught. So delta cube y1 can be defined as delta square y2 minus delta square y1 and so on. Delta cube yn minus 1 can be written as delta square yn minus delta square yn minus 1. Similarly, we can define the higher order forward difference also. So let us discuss in the forward difference table. Now let me take the values of x and y. The values of x are x0, x1, x2, x3, _4. Let me take only, there are 5 values of x from x0 to x4. Y0. So y0 is the corresponding value of x0, y1, y2, y3 and y4. Now let me define the first forward difference. Y1 minus y0, that is delta y0. I can define y1 minus y0. y2 minus y1 is delta y1. y3 minus y2 is delta y2. y4 minus y3 is delta y3. So these are the first forward differences. Now let us define the second order forward differences. Delta y1 minus delta y0, that is delta square y0. Delta y2 minus delta y1 is delta square y1. Delta y3 minus delta y2 is delta square y2. So these are the second order forward differences. Now let us define the third order forward differences, that is delta cube. Delta square y1 minus delta square y0 is delta cube y0. Delta square y2 minus delta square y1 is delta cube y1. Now let us define the delta 4 values, mean fourth order forward differences. So that is delta cube y1 minus delta cube y0 is delta 4 y0. So this is the forward difference table for the values of y from y0 to y4. So in the table you observe that the first entry of y, so that is y0, so it is called as the leading term, and delta y0, delta square y0, delta cube y0 and delta 4 y0, so these are called as leading differences in the forward difference table. Now let me define the backward differences. The symbol nabla represents the backward difference operator. Let us define the tabular points x0, comma y0, x1, comma y1, and so on xn, comma yn. The first backward differences are defined by y1 minus y0. y1 minus y0, that is nabla y1. y2 minus y1, that is nabla y2, and so on yn minus 1, that is nabla yn. So nabla y1, nabla y2 and so on nabla yn are the first backward differences. Generally we define the first backward difference is nabla of f of x is equal to f of x minus f of x minus h. Or we write nabla of f of xi is equal to f of xi minus f of xi minus h, where I is equal to 1 to n. When I is equal to 1, that is nabla of f of x1 is equal to f of x1 minus f of x1 minus h. x1 minus h, that is goes to previous value of x1 is, that is x0, that is equal to f of x1 minus f of x0, where f of x1 is y1, where f of x0 is y0, that is nabla y1, or we can write nabla of f of x1. Similarly, one can define the nabla of f of x2 when I is equal to 2. So that is f of x2 minus f of x2 minus h, that is f of x1. Like this we can define. So also we can define the higher order backward differences. Let us discuss in the backward difference table. Let us construct the backward difference table. Now let us have the x values x0, x1, x2, x3 and x4, corresponding the y values y0, y1, y2, y3, y4. Now let us define the first backward difference, that is nabla y1. So y1 minus y0. Nabla y2 is the y2 minus y1. Nabla y3 is the y3 minus y2. So y4 minus y3 is the nabla y4. Here nabla y1, nabla y1, nabla y2, nabla y3, nabla y4 are the first backward differences. Let us see the difference between forward difference and backward differences. Nabla y1 is the y1 minus y0. Even delta y0 is also same, y1 minus y0. So difference is suffixes are different. So here suffix 1 written, but here I have taken 0, y0. So in place of delta written the nabla here. So delta nabla y2 is y2 minus y1. So delta y1 is also y2 minus y1. In place of nabla y2, let us write the delta y1. So nabla y2 is y3 minus y2. So similarly, one can define the first forward difference, that is delta y2. y4 minus y3 is delta y3. Here we have defined nabla y4 here. Similarly, we can define the second backward differences. So that is the difference between nabla y2, nabla y1, that is nabla square y2. Nabla square y3 is the nabla y3 minus nabla y2. So nabla cube y4 is the difference between nabla y4 and nabla y3. So these are the second backward differences. Now similarly, we can define the third backward differences, that is nabla cube y3, the difference between nabla square y3 minus nabla square y2. So nabla cube y4, nabla cube y4 minus nabla cube y3 is nabla square, this is nabla square y4 minus nabla square y3 is nabla cube y4. Similarly, we can define the fourth order backward difference, nabla 4 y4, that is nabla cube y4 minus nabla cube y3. So where y4 is the leading term in the backward difference table. Simply nabla y4, nabla square y4, nabla cube y4, nabla 4 y4. These are the leading differences in the backward difference table. Let us move to the problems on forward and backward differences. Let us consider first problem. Find the expression for delta 4 y naught in terms of the entries. Let us move to the solution for this. You know delta y naught, that is equal to y1 minus y naught. You know delta of y naught, delta of delta y naught, that is equal to delta square y naught, that is equal to delta y1 minus delta y naught. So you know delta y1 is y2 minus y1 minus y1 minus y naught using the first forward difference. So this can be written as y2 minus 2y1 plus y naught. So that is delta square y naught. Now let us move to delta cube y naught. Delta of delta square y naught is equal to delta cube y naught. So that can be written as, you operate for delta now for RHS also, delta y2 minus 2 times of delta y1 plus delta y naught. So this can be written as delta y2 is nothing but y3 minus y2 minus 2 times of delta y1 is y2 minus y1, delta y naught is y1 minus y naught. So this is equal to y3 minus y2 minus 2y2, that is minus 3y2 minus into minus plus 2y1 plus y1 plus 3y1 minus y naught. So that is delta cube y naught. So no, but we need to find out delta 4 y naught. So delta 4 y naught is equal to delta of delta cube y naught. So that is equal to delta of y3 minus 3 times of delta of y2 plus 3 times of delta of y1 minus delta of y naught. So now delta y3 is y4 minus y3 minus 3 times of delta y2 is y3 minus y2 plus 3 times of delta y1 is y2 minus y1 minus delta y naught is y1 minus y naught. So this can be written as y4 minus y3 minus 3y3 minus 4y3 minus into minus plus 3y2 plus 3y2, that is 6y2 minus 3y1 minus y1, that is minus 4y1 and plus y naught. So this is delta 4 y naught. So delta 4 y naught expression is y4 minus 4y3 plus 6y2 minus 4y1 plus y naught. So this can be written as 4c naught into y4 minus 4c1 into y3 plus 4c2 into y2 minus 4c3 into y1 plus 4c4 into y0, where 4c0 is 1, 4c1 is 4, 4c2 is 6, 4c3 is 4, and 4c4 is 1. Next problem, show that delta cube yi is equal to yi plus 3 minus 3 times of yi plus 2 plus 3 times of yi plus 1 minus yi. Let us move to solution. We know that delta yi is equal to yi plus 1 minus yi. So let us find out delta square yi. Delta square yi is equal to delta of delta yi. So you take the delta in the RHS also, that is delta yi plus 1 minus delta yi. But you know delta yi plus 1 is yi plus 2 minus yi plus 1 minus of delta yi is yi plus 1 minus yi. So this can be written as yi plus 2 minus 2yi plus 1 minus into minus plus yi, that is delta square yi. Now similarly we can find out delta cube yi. So you take delta on both the sides for delta square yi. So that is delta cube yi is equal to, you take the delta on both sides in the RHS also, that is delta yi plus 2 minus 2 times of delta yi plus 1 plus delta yi. So this can be written as delta yi plus 2 is yi plus 3 minus yi plus 2 minus 2 times of yi plus 2 minus yi plus 1 plus yi plus 1 minus yi. So this is equal to yi plus 3 minus yi plus 2 minus 2 times of yi plus 2, that is minus 3 yi plus 3. I think minus into minus plus 2 yi plus 1 plus yi plus 1, that is plus 3 yi plus 1 minus yi. So this is delta cube yi. So let us consider next problem. Evaluate delta of tan inverse of x. So let us find out here the first forward difference of tan inverse of x. Let us move to the solution. We know that delta of f of x, that is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x. So this is general definition of the first forward difference of the function f of x here. But here f of x equal to tan inverse of x. Now delta of tan inverse of x, so that is equal to, so tan inverse of, in place of x you should take x plus h minus tan inverse of x. So we know the formula, tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b is equal to, that is tan inverse of a minus b by 1 plus a into b. Using this formula, you can simplify this. Therefore, tan inverse delta of tan inverse of x is equal to, that is tan inverse of, where a is x plus h minus b is x here, minus x by 1 plus x plus h into x here. So x and minus x get cancelled. That is equal to tan inverse of h by 1 plus x square plus hx. So this is the delta of tan inverse x, where h is the difference of any two consecutive values of x. So now we'll move to next problem. Find delta of e power x into log 2x. So you have to find the first forward difference of the function e power x into log 2x. Let us move to the solution. So we know that the definition of the first forward difference of the function f of x is delta of f of x, that is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x. So you take f of x equal to e power x into log 2x. So now delta of e power x into log 2x, that is equal to, wherever x you put x plus h, so that is f of x plus h, so that can be written as e power x, in place of x you take x plus h into log of 2 times of x plus h minus f of x, where f of x is e power x into log 2x. This is equal to e power x into e power h log of 2x plus 2h minus e power x into log 2x. So you can simplify further, so that you can adding and subtracting, adding e power x into e power h into log 2x and subtracting e power x into e power h log 2x. This is equal to, first term and last term can be written as e power x into e power h log of 2x plus 2h minus log of 2x, that can be written as log of 2x plus 2h by 2x, by using log a minus log b, that is log of a by b. So using that, first term last term can be written as e power x into e power h into log of a is 2x plus 2h by b, that is b is 2x here. Second and third term, the common is e power x into log 2x plus e power x into log 2x is common. So into here e power h, but here remaining term is minus 1. So this is the final expression for the delta of e power x into log 2x. Similarly, one can find out, so delta of e power 3x into log 2x. So that can be written as, with the help of the previous result, so that is equal to e power 3 times of x plus h, or e power 3x into e power 3h, log of, here you should take 2 to get cancel here, that x plus h by x plus e power 3x. In place of e power x we have e power 3x here, into log 2x into e power 3 h minus 1. If you take h is equal to 1 here, so this can be written as e power 3 times of x plus 1 into log of x plus 1 by x plus e power 3x into log of 2x into e power 3 minus 1. So this result. Now let us move to the next problem. Evaluate delta of tan inverse of n minus 1 by n, taking the interval difference as unity. It means h is equal to, should take 1 here. So let us move to the solution. So we know that first for difference is f of x is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x, where f of x is tan inverse of n minus 1 by n. So therefore delta of tan inverse of n minus 1 by n, that can be written as tan inverse of, in place of here x, you should take x plus h, where x is n minus 1 by n. So that is tan inverse of n plus h minus 1 by n plus h minus tan inverse of n minus 1 by n here. The formula, tan inverse of a minus tan inverse of b is equal to tan inverse of a minus b by 1 plus ab. So where a is here n plus h minus 1 by n plus h, and b is n minus 1 by n here. So therefore delta of tan inverse of n minus 1 by n, so that can be written as tan inverse of n plus h minus 1 by n plus h minus b is n minus 1 by n divided by 1 plus n plus h minus 1 by n plus h into b is here n minus 1 by n. But here h is 1. So this implies delta of tan inverse of n minus 1 by n, that is tan inverse of, when h is 1, 1 minus 1 get cancelled, so that is n by n plus 1 minus n minus 1 by n divided by 1 plus n is, h is 1 get cancelled here, so n by n plus 1 into n minus 1 by n. So this n get cancelled here. So this is equal to, so tan inverse of take the LCM here. N into n plus 1 is LCM in the numerator. So that is n square minus of n plus 1 into n minus 1 divided by, so take the LCM, n plus 1 is the LCM here, so n plus 1 plus n minus 1 by n plus 1, so n plus 1 get cancelled here. So this is equal to tan inverse of n square minus of n plus 1 into n minus 1, that is n square minus 1 divided by n here. Anyway, n plus 1 get cancelled here. Here plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, that is 2n. 2n into this n, that is 2n square. So this is equal to tan inverse of n square minus n square get cancelled, minus n to minus plus 1 by 2n square. So this is the result when h is equal to 1. Let us move to solution. So we know that delta of f of x, that is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x. So this is the definition of first forward difference. Here f of x equal to a into b power x. So therefore delta of a into b power x, that is equal to, so wherever x, you should take x plus h here, that is f of x plus h. But here a into b power x plus h minus a into b power x. So in the problem we have taken h is equal to 1 here. So when h is equal to 1, so a into b power x plus 1 minus a into b power x. So this can be written as a into b power x into b minus a into b power x. So a into b power x is common, a into b power x into b minus 1. So that is delta of a into b power x. So we found that first forward difference, but here we need to find out second forward difference of the function a into b power x. Now let us take the again delta on both sides. So delta of a into b power x can be written as delta square of a into b power x. So again you operate for delta in the RHS, that is delta of a into b power x into b minus 1. So this is equal to, again using the first forward difference here, that is a into b minus 1 is constant into b power x plus h minus a into b minus 1 is constant into b power x. Here h is equal to 1 here. So this implies a into b minus 1 is common, a into b minus 1 is common into b power x plus 1 minus, so b power x. So this is equal to a into b minus 1, and again b power x is common, so b power x is common, remaining is b minus 1 here. So a into b minus 1 whole square into b power x. So this is the delta square of a into b power x when h is equal to 1. Let us move to the next problem. Find the missing terms of yx from the first forward differences provided. So where yx is 0, y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5, these are the missing terms you have to find out. Where delta yx first forward differences are given here 0, 1, 2, 4, 7 and 11. This is given. Let us move to this solution. Given delta y naught when x is 0, delta y naught is 0, delta y1 is 1, delta y2 is 2, delta y3 is 4, delta y4 is 7, delta y5 is 11. These are the first forward differences, but you have to find out the missing terms y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5. So by using the definition of the first forward differences, we know that delta y naught is equal to y1 minus y naught, but delta y naught is 0 where y naught is 0. So this implies delta y naught is 0 is equal to y1 minus y naught 0. So this implies y1 is equal to 0. Now let us so anyway we got y1 value. Let us find out y2 with help of the delta y1. We know that delta y1 is equal to y2 minus y1, where delta y1 is 1. This implies 1 is equal to y2 minus y1 is 0. y1 is 0. So this implies y2 is equal to 1. So y2 is 1. So y1 is 0. Now to find y3, use the delta y2, where delta y2 is equal to y3 minus y2. This implies delta y2 is 2. 2 is equal to y3 minus y2, where y2 is equal to 1. So this implies y3 is equal to 3. y3 is equal to 3. Now to find y4, use delta y3, where delta y3 is equal to y4 minus y3. This implies where delta y3 is 4, 4 is equal to y4 minus y3, where y3 is 3. So this implies y4 is equal to 7. To find y5, use delta y4. Delta y4 is equal to y5 minus y4. So this implies delta y4 is here. Delta y4 is 7. Delta y4 is 7. 7 is equal to y5 minus y4. y4 is 7. So this implies y5 is equal to 14. So y5 is 14. Similarly, we can find out y6 also with the help of the delta y5. So let us find out y6. So we know that delta y5 is equal to y6 minus y5. This implies delta y5 is 11 here is equal to y6 minus y5 is 14. So this implies y6 is 25.